if I do have to get out of town, I can keep eating the granola bars and get out. Plus the helmet is good. That's a good find. I'm starting to pick up a little bit too much stuff actually, so I'm probably going to end up dropping the oatmeal or eating it when it comes time until I can find a bigger backpack. But the hammer means that I can kill zombies now, so I'm pretty happy about that. No more sneaking around. Not that I did much sneaking around off the start, but alright, 1 food, 1 water is good, plus granola bars. That right there is another player, and if I can, I'm going to try to avoid him because it does look like he has a gun. As a matter of fact, right now I'm getting out of town. This is where those granola bars are going to come in handy. Where do I have them stored at? I don't know, actually. So I'll hide behind this building. I don't know if he's following me or if he saw me, but another player is definitely a red flag. It's a GTFO right there. And I'm going to take the risk of looting another building. If he has hacks, he'll come right to me and kill me, and then he'll be exposed on YouTube for hacking. But if he doesn't have hacks, he should not find me, and I should be completely okay. I'll be honest, I do not know the way out from here that would be close other than going back, and back isn't safe, so the street completely filled with zombies is the best bet. Zombies I can outrun, players not so much. Plus, if the player's got a gun, there's a 0% chance of me getting away. Unless he's a terrible shot, which usually doesn't happen. Oh, another tip, aim above the head when meleeing, just slightly, and for the hammer it takes 3 hits. Like, right now 2 zombies at a time is gonna mess me up. 1 at a time I can take, but 2 not so much. And now 3. I am half health now. That's bad. Especially if somebody's in town, so eat a granola bar. I did not mean to do that. I'll admit that was accidental. I'll take the bandages first. And it doesn't look like I have any alternative in getting out of this town, because that zombie-ridden pathway is going to get me killed. Oh, I know where I am. This guy is probably camping in either that building, or one up by the helicopter crash. Now the helicopter crash right now would be suicide. You can see it from almost anywhere in the city. It's right there. Especially if you're in a building looking from the 2nd story. And I don't want to get seen, so I'm going to loot a couple buildings and I can head out that way, out the main road. There will be zombies blocking my path, but, you know, can sprint past zombies, can't sprint past players. It is pitch black. I can't see anything but loot, if there is loot. And that's because it glows blue. Nope, no loot. So, head this way. Check probably this building here. I could check the bus, but the bus usually doesn't have any guns, and that's what I need right now. If I find like an M16, then I'll stay around a little bit longer and fend off players, but without an M16 it's not worth the effort. Chocolate bars are not worth the carrying weight if you don't have a good backpack. They don't carry 'em. They're not good at healing or food bar or anything. They're just kind of there. I mean, if you're starving to death, yeah, take a chocolate bar and eat it as a last resort. Same with a bag of chips. They're probably two of the least valuable foods in this game. Speak of the devil. This is disappointing. Somebody has been here recently and looted out everything but the chocolate bar and bag of chips. Unfortunately, it was probably that other guy who decided, hey, these aren't valuable. I'll leave them for any other noob. 22 caliber clip. That goes to the Kruger 22 pistol, which is not a good gun for killing players, but if you gotta clear out some zombies pretty quick, it's the gun to do that. And that's a kill. Just a zombie, though, unfortunately. If I happen to come up behind that player with the hammer, and this is going to sound a bit probably douchey or whatever, but if you're not talking to the person in TeamSpeak or any other chat, it's pretty much kill on sight. If it's text chat, especially, like, if you're talking to the person via text chat, and they're like, hey, you friendly? And you're like, yeah, they're probably not. It's not worth the risk. I'm going to walk upstairs. Now I'm going to see if it's any good loot. There was a shootout in a building like this recently. We came up the stairs and got one guy in this building and then ended up shooting at the guys across the street in that building. And we lost 2 out of 5 of our people and killed all of them. And there was like 4 or 5 of them. I don't remember. Probably one because I had an AK, and the rest of my team had AKs, AA-12s, and M16s, which is kind of a good thing to have. Instant oatmeal will stack, so I'm going to carry it. I'm not sure if I looted this building or not. I don't think I did. Yeah, I did, actually. So, this is going to be stupid, but I'm headed to the helicopter crash. You'll notice there aren't many zombies in the water-filled part of the town, and that's why I'm here. There is if you head that way in town, there's really good loot. Usually, like, you can find a Mossberg or a double barrel in the back alleys and stuff, but there's a lot more zombies as well. And I have died there. I went there, found a Mossberg, a double barrel, some helmets, a large backpack, and an M16, and got killed by a zombie. Came up behind me, and that's depressing. So keep in mind, the more zombie-filled parts of town are not smart if you're just starting off. Yeah, this place has been looted for everything except for a bottle of water. 1 liter bottles of water will completely refill your water bar, your hydration. Oh, that is very good. I'm gonna take that and probably log. That is a very, very, very valuable piece of loot that I just picked up. And now I think it's about time I'm gonna head back to the safe zone, actually. And if I make it back to the safe zone, there are 11 people in the server, including me, and that is dangerous. plus zombies, but zombies aren't as big of a worry as other players. I'm gonna loot one more building. Maybe I'll get lucky and find an M16 to use that Stenag C-Mag in. C-Mags are a very valuable piece of loot. Players will kill for a C-Mag on, like, without hesitation, even if they're your best friend. Maybe. I don't know. Depends on how good of friends you are. This building is clear. And me logging out in the safe zone, keep in mind, will not be the end of this series. I will keep playing solo videos until I die, probably, and then start anew. Because it is somewhat fun, even though I do kind of sound crazy talking to myself. And look stupid trying to hop over a fence and failing miserably. I am going to be headed to the red circle down south below me. That is Castle Pine, and that is a settlement, a safe zone where players aren't allowed to kill each other. And if you log out in a safe zone, you can store your items in a global inventory, and that is why it is an ideal place to go when you're logging out. If you are about to be killed, it's a good idea to log out, but keeping in mind it does take 10 seconds before it logs you out completely, so if you're not in a safe zone, I recommend trying to get through the situation at hand. Unless you have a good, like, hide behind a tree and then log out or something. I don't know. Still only 11 people on this server. And now it's back to the boring part of War Z, where it's just travel. I'm going to be walking for I don't know how long towards this settlement, and I could sprint, but that attracts zombies and players, honestly. You'll notice a fast-moving object in your peripheral vision is easier to pick up on rather than somebody moving real slow. So, like, see that sign there? If it were moving for some reason, and moving at the speed it is right now, kind of hard to see, but then when it moves fast, it's like a beacon saying, shoot me. I would shoot the sign right now. I do feel like shooting that sign, but I don't got a gun. Why do I hear a zombie? There shouldn't be a zombie here. It's the middle of the forest. That means that player who was in the town might have come this way.